Former Chief of Police Chris Reed, who was voted out of his position earlier this year, sat down with a local podcast to talk about issues surrounding Meridian's administration. Twin States News' Jasmine Stevenson has more.
The day after former Meridian Police Chief Chris Reed went on the podcast, his comments about the state of the city is causing quite a stir in the community. The former chief was interviewed by Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace podcast, and one of the things he talked about was the lack of communication between the administration and the public.
Biggest downfall is this, and their biggest downfall is going to have a trickle-down effect for the next 4 years. I'm just telling you, Scotty. Their biggest downfall is this: no communication with the citizens who put them in that seat.
You got to have that.
And when you don't communicate, they have no confidence whatsoever.
Twin States News took to the streets, and we found some people who agree with what the former chief had to say in his interview.
Reaction goes along with your face, and if they can see your face and see that you mean business, it makes a big difference. It's better to inform than not to inform. At least they'll know where you stand or what you're trying to do or where you're going.
The number of officers on the force has been a hot topic in Meridian. In his interview, Chris Reed stated that only 26 to 28 officers are available to make arrests. One person we talked to believes there should be more officers in the force in Meridian, considering the size of the city.
I think we need more in our police force because the crime in Meridian has gotten so out of control that, the ones of us who need and feel like we should have protection may not be getting it.
And people in the community tell us no matter who's in charge, what they would like to see is at least some improvement in the police protection.
What I would like to know is what is the difference between this leadership and past leadership? I don't feel like the crime has changed at all. I feel like it's exactly the same. I feel like it's been the same for the last 15 years, to be honest.
So far, current Chief of Police Deborah Young has not responded to the claims made by former Chief Reed. Jasmine Stevenson, Twin States News, Meridian.